Okay, now let's take a look at using your camera in shutter speed priority. Just like aperture priority, the user sets the ISO value, and you can see that on that top number there we're using ISO of 400. The user also sets the shutter speed, how long that shutter is going to remain open. The camera then is going to calculate and pick the correct aperture or lens opening that light can come through in order to make sure that the volume of light coming into the camera is enough to make a decent image. When a shutter speed is slower, the camera can have a smaller opening. When the shutter speed is faster, the camera needs to open that aperture up to try to get that proportion of light coming in to be suitable to make a good image. So here we're starting out at 1/60th of a second. Going to 1/25th of a second, you can see that our f-stop went from f5 to f3.5. And as we go with the faster shutter speed, 1/200th of a second, now we're at f2.8. And at this point, this is the largest opening that my camera lens will allow. My camera has a 1 to 2.8 ratio for its aperture, or f2.8 for its aperture. So any increase in speed of the image that I take is going to result in the image getting darker because that aperture just can't open up anymore to get more light in. And as we go to 1/250th of a second and 1/400th and 500th, you can see the impact that a faster shutter speed has on the image, just getting darker and darker because that aperture can't open up anymore. I don't need to take an image of this flower at 1/1000th of a second. 1/60th of a second worked just fine since it's not moving. But if I were taking a picture of a bird, for example, maybe I would want to shoot at 1/1000th of a second. And if the images were coming out this dark, really the only other option I have is to raise that ISO value either to ISO 800 or maybe even 1600, and that would allow the camera sensitivity to capture, seemingly capture more available light just by increasing its sensitivity. So when capturing fast action and freezing it in motion is the priority, you can use your shutter speed priority on your camera. Just be mindful that the amount of available light that you need for that, and that one option is to increase your ISO if your images are coming out too dark.